Hey guys, this is the process of me having my first try of making kimchi. So the first thing we need to do is to slice up our cabbage. Now since I don't have a huge bowl, I'll be using this pot right here for good measures. Again, slicing this into chunks. So preferably I like this width. It's like an inch. I don't like it too wide. And as you can see, that was just one cabbage and it almost filled up the whole pot. It actually filled it all up. So what we're doing next is we're going to shower it with salt. Now by shower I mean really shower it with salt. Now again, this is my first time doing this, so all that I'm doing is an estimation. I don't want it to be too salty, but I also don't want it to be less salty. But anyways, that won't matter at the end because we're going to wash it away with water. Now there are videos that contradict each other. There are some that say that you don't have to mix it with your hand because it might bruise the cabbage, and there are also videos that it doesn't matter. I'ma go with the latter. So that is mixed very well. For the meantime, we're going to let it rest for 3 hours, and until then we're going to make our sauce. Well, actually for the meantime we're going to make our sauce. We're not going to wait for 3 hours for me to make the sauce. Oh, that's pretty salty. So what I'm doing is putting a water inside this bowl so that it would sink the cabbage and it will supposedly extract all the moist inside the cabbage. Now for the sauce, I'm just going to make it very simple because this is my first time. The first ingredient that is going inside our sauce is 1 piece of red apple. Now you can tell that it's sweet because of the redness. The redder it gets, the sweeter. I forgot to buy a garlic, so I'm just gonna head out to buy one. So I just went outside and here are my garlic. So I'm gonna put 2. Next up is our ginger. Next up is our radish. Now in all the videos I've seen, all of them use chili powder. I don't have chili powder. So what I'm using now is fresh chili peppers. And it's my personal preference to use fresh ingredients, and I haven't seen a single YouTuber that uses fresh chili pepper. So this is going to be partly experimental and it's my first time, so let's just see what it does. Here I have around 20 or 18 peppers, green and red. So we're just gonna toss them up after we slice out their tails. So that it's all for our wet ingredient. I'm just gonna toss a small amount of salt. I'm sorry guys if I don't have a fancy setup. This is all the things that I can afford right now. Ooh. They're mixing pretty well. Alright, I think that's done. The spiciness got through my nose. Ooh, that's strong. Now that our wet ingredient is done, we are going to prepare our solid ingredient. That is our green onion, green leaf onion, and our carrot. Alright, we're done. We're just gonna put it into the freezer. It is now time to put this thing out. Alright. As you can see, it shrunk. Just gonna pour all this water out. Just like that. Boom. Our wet ingredient. Now, since I'm the only one who's gonna be eating this, I'm gonna use my hands to mix. Now, so you can see this kimchi is not red because I'm not using that red chili pepper. It's powdered. Well, tell you what, the color doesn't look like kimchi, but the smell smells like kimchi. Oh, that's strong. This time we'll be putting it inside our jar. Juice. I think that's done. It doesn't look like kimchi, but it's pretty great. I'm just gonna cover this with some plastic. I'm not gonna close this entirely so that some air can get their way out. Okay. So we're just going to wait 7 days until that. Alright guys, so after 7 days of letting our kimchi rest, this is what it looks now. I know, it's quite pale, but it smells amazing. Now I want you to take a special note that every day for the first 3 days, I had to push the kimchi down because it has bubbles under it, and those bubbles are CO2, carbon dioxide, that is released from the process of fermentation. Now let's talk about the paleness. The paleness is due to the chili pepper that we use. We didn't use the traditional Korean stuff, so that is why the color is relatively pale compared to the traditional kimchi. But that is not what I'm after. What I'm after is the lactic acid, the prebiotics. Those are the healthy stuff. So that's it for this video. I'm seeing you next time.